Me off and deleted the thing. You gotta be careful sometimes. If you start and then get booted, it's gone. Hi, everyone. That was fun. Oh, no, shush, Wanda. That was fun. Nothing like talking to yourself. How is everybody? Woohoo! Who is on here already? Holy moly. Jennifer, Deborah, Pat, Lori. Thanks, you guys. Hey. Howdy, howdy. And Connie. Yay. Good. Okay. I'm going to take a few seconds and get myself prepared here. I had to last second change gears. Sorry about that. Make sure these are dry. So we're painting this cute little bun bun. Hi, Sandra. What did y'all have for dinner? Hector made spaghetti and garlic, what's it called, Texas toast, and salad, and chicken nuggets. Because, you know, we gotta have some meat. We usually have meatballs, but we must be out. All right, so we are doing the adorable bunny tonight, and it is, of course I forgot it. Yeah, I did. It is part of a series of images from Zeyplanfiy on Etsy. So if you want, this is the image I'm painting. This is the original. When I say the original, this has been changed to be more friendly for watercolor, and so it's more like a coloring book page style right now. But the original is super beautiful, super detailed, and it's in her store. She's got a 60% discount. The code word is Wanda, and the girls have the link, so if they want to throw that up in there, and if you guys are wondering where it is, I put it in the chat earlier today, or maybe even yesterday. I don't know when I put it in there. It might have been around midnight or 1 this morning. Anyways, it's in there, and it's also in the group on our Facebook page, Creative Rock Art and Foil Techniques, and in the event. So it's like, and on my page, so it's in 4 or 5 different places. The code is Wanda. That's pretty easy to remember, I think. But here's our little bunny. So I obviously made it bigger so it'd be easier for you guys to see, but I stayed up and painted this one last night, and it took me 3 hours, so I'm probably going to attack it a little bit differently. There is also a written version of the instructions on how to paint this available in the group, and I posted it right here in, I think I did, in the, oh look, the code is right there in the, I forgot, I put it in the description here on YouTube, so it's right there. Her store link and code. Sorry. Yay. And I believe the directions are there also. So it basically gives you like a step-by-step on how to paint it if you're not able to follow along, or if I'm not being clear, because I do have a hard time articulating how to paint sometimes, and I get lost in my own thoughts or talk or chit chat, and people get really lost or behind. So I'm trying harder to be more thorough and give you guys a better opportunity at learning something rather than just, you know, listening to me all night. So we will work with what we got, right? What is that? Oh, it's a turtle. Oh, Lori, she's on turtle watch. Oh, you better put your phone away. You don't want to lose your phone. Too funny. Okay. How many we got on here? I can't see. 16. Woohoo. Well, say hi if you're on. Thank you. Oh, Deborah went out for Mexican. Yummy. Yum, yum. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Mary. So what I was saying about the image, the original image has been changed with her permission. Her name is Zaynep. With her permission, I changed it up so it'd be easier for me to paint. And then I don't know, I thought it was so cute in that it looked like a splatter artist, so I had AI put in some little details there. So I tried to keep it as close to that as possible. But anyways, if you will go support her and purchase the image, you can get the grayscale from me and stuff like that, but you have to purchase her image. With the 60% discount, it's like less than $3. So I think it's worth it for you to be able to paint along, support another artist, and sell your work if you want to. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to be using the watercolor concentrates, and I'm going to have to oh, there it is. Whew. I thought I forgot to bring it in here. Oh, yeah, there it is. The watercolor dips system is kind of a new concept. It's not really a concept. It's kind of a different way to use your watercolors as and use them in more than one way. So you could use it dry, you could use it mixed, you could make it into a solid, that sort of thing. These are Sola flowers. They're like, I think Sola is like a really thin sliced wood, right? I don't actually know, but they are so beautiful. And Lori, I think Lori sent these. Somebody sent me these a while ago. I think it was Lori. Anyways, I painted these with the watercolors. This one is actually, you guys don't have it. It's a magenta color that I'm working on. It is coming out soon as an additional color to the watercolor concentrates. And on top here, tipped, is this pink color, which has a green gold flash. So, isn't that pretty? And then this one is that color mostly. And then this color just kind of in the creases there. It's a very pretty way to accent or... Wait, it helps when we get the flash on there, huh? Ain't that pretty? Oh, yay. Oh, look at the sparkles from the watercolor, you guys, from the, from the, I'm sorry, I'm still looking at the sparkles. I can't even think. Bling, bling up in the, up on the video. Okay, anyways, from the watercolor, dip system. So these come in a powder in this box inside kit 1. They are available now. We're out of kits, so these are available by themselves. They do come with the doodads in there because I packed them and I'm not going to unpack it. So you get some tchotchkes, which they're very beautiful spring Easter based, you know, colors, spring Easter colors. They have more in them than mine. I just threw those in there. This is actually more like what comes in them. More like. So the 4 colors are here. And the way the dip system works, it comes with the Foiling Rock Lady binder and a pipette. And I don't know where my little one went, so I'm just going to use my one from Valentine's Day. So you'll have this, it all will be in there, and it has a watercolor brush too. I don't have my small one, but it's like this, but a compact size. It's about that big. And so that's the watercolor dip system. Then what you do is you can use it several different ways, like I said. You can you guys see okay? You can add a few drops of the binder to a palette and then wet your brush, or you can put water in here. I really don't recommend it because it can drip out into your watercolor powder, I mean your pigment powder. If you don't want to turn it into a solid, that could be pretty devastating. These are only a gram piece in here. I think it's a little more than a gram each actually, but they're super shifty chrome chameleons, as you just saw. So they're the granddaddies of them in spring colors, and I think they're beautiful. Most chameleons only, well, yeah, most of them show up on black, like they that's their thing. These, I think, really play nice on white. On black, they're beautiful, but they don't look anything like this. So on white, you actually get the different, you know, colors with it. You get the color shifts. You actually see the pink and the green and the gold, you know. On black, you just see the top shift. So you wouldn't see any of this pink. You would just see the green on black. So I think on white, these really show up. They show up and show out and show off. Okay, back to directions. So I do suggest using a wet brush, and then you find the color that you are looking to use. I'm kind of like, I don't know, I like to make them up in advance for whatever project I'm working with, so I'll stir up my 4 colors here if I want to keep it in powder form. Me, I just went ahead and made them into solid form here, but the reason for keeping it in powder form is so you can use them for chrome color. If you're doing glue gun art or using top coat and doing lettering, and you're chroming it out, or using chrome for anything, even your nails, if you do top coat and then chrome it on you literally just have to do that and it chromes beautifully. So pretty. You know what? Let me turn on my glue gun and I'll show you guys later after everything's heated up and ready to go. How amazing they are on glue gun. Glue gun is one of those things I think is totally highly underappreciated. I love glue gun art. Oh my goodness. I have a couple of fun videos out on it too. So, and they're pretty simple. I mean, they're basically blob art, you know. Super easy stuff that I think anybody could do. So, totally beginner friendly. And totally satisfying. It's instant gratification. Who doesn't love that, right? If I don't start painting, I'm never going to get through it. Hold on. Oh, which one do I unplug? Hello. Oopsie, that's my light. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. Glue gun is plugged in. Last minute changes always. Okay, so then you take your brush, pick up your color, and mix it into your binder. Now, depending on how strong you want it or how, you know, pigmented, how much powder you put in there. I like a pretty good, you know, coating, but that's plenty. And this is way more than we probably need. So probably 1 drop of binder and 1 little scoop of color on there. And I will show you this. Can you guys hear me? Sorry about that. Can you hear me now? When I turned off the flash, I turned off the sound. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. So what did you miss? Oh no. Okay, so I'm sorry. You guys still love me? I'm so sorry. So I don't know where I lost you at, but I'm basically mixing the color. And then I'm swatching it for you so you can see that it's beautiful on white. It's pretty on black too, but it really shows up on white or light or similar colors under it. You'll see that tonight. This one's a sneaker. It turns purple. It's so pretty. Let me see if I can get that. So pretty. All right, so those are the 4 in this set. Right now, this set is available outside of the kit, and there are only 5 left. So, if you want it, grab it. It's $30. It comes with everything I showed you in the box, which is quite a deal considering these are $10 a gram to buy. So, it's on sale. Yeah. But I had a few left over, so I thought I'd offer them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave this open. Hopefully, I don't dump it. Okay. You know, I think I'm going to activate these too, and that way, if I just decide to keep using, that was a lot of water. You don't need that much water to activate these because there's not, I mean, I've used the crud out of these. Yours will be a lot more in there. Okay. Rock, please. That's a bunny. Did I show you guys this? This is a bunny from kit 1 also, or no, yes, kit 1. Part of the wooden pack with the stencil and the handmade custom gesso. Pretty cool, huh? Easy peasy. I did it on one of the wooden eggs too. All right, here, Bun Bun. Give me just a second to rotate my paper. This is going to be our color swatcher because we're going to be mixing colors. You know what? We'll just start fresh there. Okay. Oh, I think I'm going to try to fit this in there too. This was an exclusive color that came in the grab bags. It was in a smaller deal for you guys. This size. It came like that. Called Cloud Confetti. I am going to try to get it again and make it for the store. Isn't that gorgeous? It makes the best accents on Easter stuff. It's so pretty. So pretty. I'm going to switch sides. I'm so right-handed. I knock everything over if it's over on this side. So right-handed. So bad. All right. So we will start with the watercolor concentrate mixing. And we're going to start with the background wash. So if you guys, this is a decoupage too, a grayscale decoupage. If you want to know how to put that on, I will be uploading the video here to YouTube shortly. I tried to upload it to Facebook all day. It might be there, it might not be there. But I showed how to decoupage it as well as how to remove paper from the back. So if you have only a printer and not tissue paper, which this is not tissue paper, it's regular printer paper, I thinned it by removing layers of the paper, so it's very thin on here like tissue paper. It may even be thinner than tissue paper right now, so it's close to napkin you know, in texture. I think I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so you can see the mixing. All right, so for the background, I'm going to just use blue. You know, I had these all pretty and set up out here, and I knocked him over, and I think blue is gone. It's the only one missing. Oh, I found it. Shoot. Okay, here it is. So there's blue. Start with that. So you want a really wet brush, lots of water, just a little tiny bit of the blue. That's a lot. So we're going to even dilute that more. Or it's really up to you. You don't have to do it my way. It's just what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the background, just, you know, make it blotchy, kind of like splattery looking, you know. Just really doesn't even have to be a big deal. I'm going to make it a little darker down here. I'm trying not to touch my paper because it'll soak it up. That's enough. I like it. I'm not sure about this down here though. Maybe a little more. And the decoupage was used with the decoupage medium that comes in kit 1 and kit 2, and both the decoupage medium and the gesso are available outside of the kits as well. I do plan on putting these things in the store. I'm just trying to find a good way to do it because we're not getting along right now, me and Etsy. That's why I haven't been doing a lot over there. But I'm trying to get back into my store so that I'm not having to do so much work out here. Because Etsy really is a lot of help. It's just the fees are so high that there's the profit is so, you know, it's a big problem. But anyways, okay, so that's the background. Then we're going to move on to paint the bunny fur. Now this one, I ain't going to lie, I struggle with fur and I struggle with matching this fur color, but I think I have it figured out. So I'm actually going to use a tad bit of that's not the right one. This one, the low viscosity acrylics, because it's fluid. There is actually going to be a white in the watercolor, concentrated watercolors. I don't even know, I don't think I've put that out yet. Not in the new ones that I made, the updated concentrates. So I'm going to use some white acrylic here, and it's low viscosity, so you can dilute it really easily if need be. And then I'm going to use sienna and ochre and pray. We're gonna pray. You ready? No kidding. Okay, so I'm just gonna put them in different places and then mix in a third place. Okay, that's ochre and that's sienna. I know, right? You'd think it'd be the other way around, but all right. I'm also going to change brushes because I need a lot of control. There's my other puppet who's in my water. Put some water here. So for the fur, it's very light, like a buttercream color. And I have a heavy hand and I always go dark. So you want to go with your lightest wash first and get that out of the way, and then save your white spots because it's real hard. These are staining watercolors. If you're using my watercolors, they stain. and it's real hard to lift color back out and have white underneath it. So then you'd have to put white back in, which is also hard. So yeah, so we're gonna we're gonna try to do that. With that said, all right, let me make this buttercream color possibly. Yeah, yellow ochre is. We got this. We could do it, right? Just keep going. Tiny bit of burnt sienna. The problem, or it's not burnt sienna, it's just sienna, is that it has so much red in it that it turns everything peach or pink. But that's not a bad color, and it's not far off. See? It's kind of a buttercreamish color. I gotta keep going because I need more than that. Okay, now, lots of white. Getting confused. Okay, back to... Okay, I think that's good. I'm not actually going to use it full strength like this either. It's going to be diluted as well. So it's more watercolor-like. Now you can do this without white if you don't want to use white. Just grab a little bit of your ochre and your burnt sienna. More of your burnt sienna than your ochre, because your ochre, no, your ochre is very yellow. See how that is? So you basically are wanting a wash. So it's super diluted. A little more yellow than that even. Something like that. About like that. Now I'm working on grayscale, so it's probably going to get dark on my rock. So we'll see here what's going to go down. All right, Bun Bun. Be nice to me. You know what? I think I'm going to start with this and see what happens here. Yep, so dark. Okay, we're going back over here. So I'm basically just pulling it and really, really avoiding those areas where I want to see white. Where I want to see bright white. And this is very wet. It's very, you know, very, very, very wet. Can you see that? There's going to be a lot of layering, so. I do not want to go anywhere near there because it's so white. And right under the mouth there is a white chin. Just a little tiny piece on the chin. But all this. And all this. Oops, I did not mean to do that. See what I mean? If you're quick and you have a paper towel handy, you can pull color up real fast. If it's red, you're out of luck. But keep dropping color in. To deepen it up. So I actually didn't use the one with the white yet. I'm reserving the right to change my mind. The reason I'm holding off is because once you lay white down, it acts differently. So your colors do different things on a white base than they would on just as if this was paper, because it's on paper. Okay, so now I got to do the ears, feet, and hands. Now there's like a pink and a lighter colored spot inside the ears, so try to avoid those areas. So cute, Bunny. I see you coming to life. Hi, Trina. Hello. Yeah, sorry, I missed that, Glenda. That is low viscosity white. You can use any white. It just needs to be like really watery when you're using it with watercolor. Unless you're doing, you know, details with it. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. And these brushes are fabulous for mixed media. You can use these with all paint. It's the Silver Silk series. Thank you, Mary, for this set. This is around number 4. I love this one and this one with watercolor like this. And I'll be lining with one of these. I actually have my gold one out here somewhere. Right now in the store we have the same brush but in gold handle, so I'll be using those tonight for some details, as well as a fine liner. And then I'm actually probably, because for time constraint, either going to have to use the low viscosity neons or paint pens, depending on how far we get. So, just to put in the big color pop. Oops, I did it again. You want the toes to be white or lighter, and then the tail's really light. It's like a puff, you know, so leave it very white. Just maybe close to the body. All right, next is the fur shadows. So we're going to do the ochre with a touch of sienna again. I may add a little bit of the smoky black to bring down. Smoky black has sort of a green blue base in it. Put that over here. I'll show you. Smoky black has a little bit of a green gray base to it there. So when you add it with a touch of sienna, you get a really nice shading color. So I'll add a little more. Tiny bit more. Trying to take the green out of it, but when it dries, it'll dry with a really pink hue if you're not careful with the sienna. So I think we shouldn't put any more in there. Let me bring this up so you can see it. All right. So I'm going to use this. We're going to go where we see the shadows. Very delicate touch. And then don't stick your finger in the drying paint. If you make a boo-boo, remember you got about, I don't know, 5 seconds that you could pick up color. I'm working from the wrong side. I'm like, that's really red. Oh my goodness, you guys, let me do that. see if I can fix it. Like, what is happening here? Oh, darn, double darn. I always keep a little piece of tissue in my hand to pull just tiny bits of water from the brush so it's not too much color where I don't want it, you know? That was too much. Okay, I'll be adding the shadows. Here I'm going to have a second brush with just water so that I can pull. So it doesn't have a hard line, you know? I'm doing little tiny wispies, kind of like little hairs out here instead of a line for the face. This is where I tend to get heavy-handed and everything goes dark. So I'm just going to stay right on the line this time because there's really not a lot of hair in this. I kind of removed it in the remake of the original so that we wouldn't have to do a lot of hair. So just, you know, it's the impression of something, right? So make it look like it could be fluffy, you know. And then this one is kind of a downturned hair here. See it? I already overdid it. Oh well. It is my issue. Okay, bun. Use if you're doing a grayscale, use it to your advantage and use those gray shadows for your shading so you know it's really a great map. That's why I use grayscale on live a lot. It saves so much time. That's just clear water in there. Hey, Anita, thank you. Woohoo! Very good. So thanks, guys, for coming to hang out on Tuesday. I know it's kind of weird. But Heather in East Coast Santorini is having a 3-day table sale. So I don't want to miss it. I know y'all don't want to miss it. So I thought I'd go Tuesday, give her plenty of grace and you guys some time to shop. And not that you owe me, you know what I mean. I know that you go both places. That's not what I mean at all. I'm just saying so you don't have to feel like you're missing anything anywhere, you know? More of that kind of a thing. Okay, I need a little pink in the ears. So I think I'm actually just going to use the sienna because it kind of turns pink and it's a more natural color. And then it's white down here. Shouldn't have done that. So I'm going for the light color over here. I should come in a little more, huh? Does that help any? Thanks, Jen. Hi, Jax. Okay. Where do I want to go? Oh, yeah. Same thing over here. On this side, it's basically darker up in here with the sienna, so it has a little like blood flow look, you know. But leave that lighter cut, that white down there, so you're not having to battle with that like I am battling with it over here. Okay, and keep going with the shading. Remember, if you have a hard line like that, grab some clean water and blend it out. And if the rest of your watercolor is dry, you'll have a line there too, so you're going to want to re-wet everything quickly. Because you, when I say quickly, move fast so that it doesn't pull up your watercolor, because you can do that too. Little wispies. Fairy faced. Yeah, I'm not good with hair. So we're just gonna do what we get, right? So right around the edges of the whips, I don't know, what are those called? These fluffy spots here. Lower cheeks by the nose. The white bit. They have like 2 sets of whiskers. One on these and then one out here. And then a few longer ones that kind of go through. Okay, now she's got a dirty face. Oh, and I forgot to do the cheek. See? I'm jumping around. That's why I made the instructions, so if you guys can't follow along, with me, because I do this stuff, I jump around. It's easy to just grab the written and go with it. That's a little bit of sienna, just rosying up the cheeks a bit. Okay, so above the nose, there's a little patch. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna do the nose first though. More sienna right here. You can use red on this too. It's totally fine. Bring that down the center part, very thin line, just a little tiny bit under that, just to give the lips a little bit of a tint of color. All right, now the color above the, I have to make some more. Okay. This is our dark shading sienna, and oops. Oh, I needed blue in there anyways, huh? See? Somebody's watching out for me. I missed that. Don't paint your tail. Well, I guess you could have blue tail, a blue on the tail. What was I doing? Oh, the nose. Okay. Then on, before I go there, where did I put? Gotta have some color on it. This part of the nose too. That was just a wash to give it a little bit of color there. Okay, I'm going to dry that just for a second so I can do the little other parts. Glenda, that's fine. It's not a race, and there's definitely nobody's judging anybody. You don't judge yourself by anybody else's work but your own. We're all on different journeys, or at different places in our journey. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not like a master watercolor artist by any means. This is just me doing coloring book page style, fourth grade, uh, having fun. That's what it's about. Have fun. If you're feeling stressed, definitely stop. That's not. Um, Art should be relieving. Okay, so right above the nose, there's like a shadow right on the red. Okay, and make sure you have very little. If you have color, just like not a lot that can pool. And then come out here and grab the shadow on the outer part of the nose. And her lips. And then just in the nose, I know I just put 2 black spots there. There's a little shadow in there, so just put it in and then move it around a bit. Alright, it's turning into a dang huge nose, so I'm going to try to move it down. And no. See, it's already way too big. Oh well. Okay, bunny. It's so cute though. Alright, leave the nose alone, Wanda. Alright, a few hairs. Oh, gosh, this is this is where I go all crazy. Lightest touch that you can. Little tiny. And then the ADHD kicks in and I get impatient. And I go too fast or too big or too heavy. Slow down, Wanda. Slow down. It's not a race. I painted this 3 times trying to make myself slow down. And each time it was like, I don't know, its own little disaster, but I'm okay with it because we're learning, right? What's fail? Dun, dun, dun. First attempt in learning. So if you fail, you have learned something. So it's not a complete disaster like we always think it is, right? Well, that's a bit darker than I would have liked, but it's okay. Okay, fur. Come on. If you find you're heavy-handed, turn your rock. Don't turn it to where it's comfortable for your hand to go in either direction. We're cross-hatching here. That's a strange way to do hair, fur, whatever. It works, I guess. Right, and then down here, it's kind of just whatever wiggly way it wants to go. Before I lose it, I'm going to add in my darker which I'll darken up again with a deeper color. Here. My poor kid. She's got allergies, something terrible. I'm actually going to grab some of that white. Okay, it's starting to be cute, huh? A little bit? What do you think? Oh my gosh. Well, you know, I'm glad that it looks that way, but wowie. Good night, Anita. Thanks for popping in, hun. Hope you're feeling okay. Love you. Thank you for all the videos you're doing. They're gorgeous. We're going to do the same thing on these little other places where we need some fur. You can also do the thing where you spread your brush like that. I don't know if you can see that. Fan it out. And that kind of sometimes helps get there faster. We'll see if I can, yeah, that'll help with the hands and stuff. Because it's just, I mean, a little bit of detail. You don't want hardly any color there. See there, how the fan thingy. Might do that over here on these ears where I have such trouble. So you grab the color, pull some out, and then at the base right here, spread it like that, and then let it go, and you have the fanned out. See if there's any clump together like that right there. Just do it again. It's too much paint. Sorry, you guys can't even see what I'm doing there. It shows I'm in camera on my side. Sorry. Alright, let's do these feet and get it going. Got a 5 o'clock shadow bunny. Too dark. Okay, we're going to leave it alone because I can mess things up in a hot second, just like I did that shadow under there. Because I put sienna in there instead of what I was supposed to be putting in there. Okay, let's work on something else now. Let's go on to, I'll come back and do other stuff, you know, like I didn't get everything lined, but it will all work out eventually. Okay, one more little bit and then I'll stop. We'll move on, I promise. Okay, so let's add some color to this egg so it can be dry when we need to. So the egg is sort of a weird yellow gray color. So we're going to stick with the bunny color but add a little more black into it. A smoky black. So we're going to secure. Need some more water. This is sienna first, which goes really yellow. I mean ochre, which goes really yellow, and then sienna. A little black. And a lot of water. So like that. And then we're just going to paint it around the egg. And I'm not worried about the spots because we're going to come back and really paint those bright and vivid. So I am bringing the color and letting it pull where I want it to be darker. But you don't want to let it sit in one area too long. And I'm leaving a white edge on the outside on purpose. And then just kind of dotting in some heavier spots with it. And then I'm going to actually take just the smoky black diluted and do the same thing, dot in some spots with it to give this speckled egg look. So smoky black over here, lots of water, and mainly down in these areas. Oh, I think the geckos are out. They always come up on the window when the light's on in here because the bugs go on the window. They're so cute too. That might be a moth though. Kind of sounds like it's a flying thing. Alright, I like that. I'm going to leave that, let it dry. I know it's weird looking, but we need it speckled. So I'm actually going to use the air dryer for a sec. Everything always looks so great on camera. It's really not. Okay, so let's do the eyes. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm actually going to do this color first. I call it yellowish because they don't really have names. I'm gonna add a little water to that. Okay, you want a nice point. And this is the color I'm making my eyes. So I'm gonna kind of put it around here where you know the eye color is gonna be the, was that iris? So it's okay if you go over it because we gotta do black and probably white because I'm not good enough not to get the white all involved. You know, yeah, we'll just do that. And then when that dries, we will add the black. And when you add black on top of chameleon, it gives it this like really cool, let me find it, effect. Like, can you see that? It does it all on its own. Like, you really don't, it gives it almost a dome look, you know, like a glassy, like a ball, like an eyeball. The chameleon with the ships. Look, it's so cool looking. Ain't it? And that's flat. That's 2D. There's nothing on it, but it makes it look like it's 3D. Oh, those bunny eyes are scary looking, huh? Like zombie-ish. Ooh. Woohoo, chocolate break. Do y'all have chocolate? Chocolate. Chocolate. Mmm. Yum, yum. All right, well, that's drying. Let's work on the outfit. I'm gonna close my door. Hold on. Okay. Excuse me. So, from the first one I did, where'd I put it? Goodness. Okay. The outfit here, and then this outfit. I don't know if you can see both of these. Heck no, because we're zoomed in. Okay, I did this one first, then this one. This one was a lot easier, so I think I'm going to go with this approach, just so we can save time. And then definitely going to do my dots like that too. I didn't finish this, so if you're wondering about the eyes on that one, you're like, scary eyes, right? Okay, so we're going to start with, I'm going to rinse this and start over so I got fresh and I don't get mixed up there. Cool thing about watercolor, comes right off. And if you don't use it all, just let it dry, because all you got to do is add water to it and then it's reactivated again. Just touch it with a wet brush. Okay. So instead of just using bright yellow, I'm going to use ochre because it's pretty yellow. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a tiny, when I put a dot out, it's usually really, really small. An orange. And red. Sorry, there was a bubble. Red. Okay, we're going to start with these three colors. First, we're going to lay down yellow, the ochre, which is our yellow. And we are just going to go for it. And you don't have to put it everywhere if you don't want to, because it's basically shows up in different areas like this. So I'm just trying not to, I don't want to overpower it when the red comes in and lose our yellow accents, you know what I mean? So we can always add more red, but it's really hard to take it out, so. All right, then orange. Basically the same idea. Too much. That looks so fluorescent. It is not neon. I promise. Wow. It's just regular. Oops, that's ochre, not orange. It's just regular orange. All right, I'm grabbing some red. I'm going to start down here on this very strange part of the bow that I keep saying I'm going to just paint over that and it's not going to be there, but I keep forgetting. So now it's there again. Add a little orange in there. Okay, then we're going to take our red and drop it into what should be wet paint. So if it's dry, add some water back to your area, and then you're going to drop in red and it kind of will migrate to where it wants to. Very little control over that, but if it's on wet, you can dab at it if you make a boo-boo. If you put it on dry, there's really no recourse there with red. Okay, I'm going to turn this. I'm adding water so I can be less worried about what's going on with the red. I put a lot of water in there. That was probably too much, but it's different using watercolors on stone or on top of decoupage. It doesn't act the same as it does on watercolor paper. So if you're used to painting on watercolor paper, you have to sort of train yourself. You know, it's really different. To get a watercolor effect, you almost have to paint it looking like that, you know. Okay, and then the headband business. Okie dokie. Just using water right now to dilute and blend. We're just color blocking, and then we'll do shading and stuff in a moment. Okay. Oh dear. Off into the ear. Oh well. Okay, same thing down here, orange. And then we're going to do the red. I'm going to do a little section at a time and then go on to the next one. Okay. There's a rolled sleeve right here, so I'm going to work on and there's some red in that sleeve too. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. I'm adding water, grabbing red. Okay, I think we're going to be good there. Let that dry. And we got a lot more details to do everywhere, but we're working in sections here. Okay, well this is dry. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some actual watercolors in there. So let's grab blue, of course. You know what? I'm gonna use cyan instead of blue. I'm gonna grab the navy too because I think we're gonna need that. And navy is more like a Payne's gray sort of. I say that. I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, cyan. Purple. Sap green. Red. Orange and yellow. We have orange. I don't think we need any more orange. We need yellow though. Now I got it all over me. Yellow is in the house. I'm putting it with the ochre. Sure. Okay. Green, sap green. Let's do purple. That'll work. And then we're also going to have pink. This is the low viscosity neon set from kit number 2. Those are available also outside of the kit. The 6 minis are 20, and the 20 mls, which are these. And if you want to see a comparison, this is a regular size that I put stuff in. This is double that size. And then this is a 5. So this is half of this one, this is half of this one. You know what? I lied. That's a 15. This is the low viscosity 20. I'm like, that doesn't look right. Okay, 5, 10, 20. This is the size you get in the low viscosity, and you get black and white free. So if you buy the 6 regular sizes, you get the black and white free. And those, I believe, are 30 for the double size, right? From 5 to 30. 5 milligrams to 20 milligrams for a $10 spread. That's not bad. Is where I was going with that. Shh. Quiet. All right. I think I want purple first. Here. And where else? Do this big one purple. Aren't watercolor concentrates amazing? You do have to be careful using them straight up like that though, because sometimes because they are pure color, they get that weird, like red will have a green tinge on it, and sometimes blue does too, or blue will have a red tinge. Red will have a green tinge. So you want to make sure that you have diluted it just enough so that you don't get that effect, right? So we're going to be putting the watercolor dip system on top of these. You can do it 2 ways. You can do it like this, or you can mix them together and do it all at once. And like, oops, in the colors, the one that shifts purple is this gray color here. This one here. has a purple shift to it. So that's the one that I would add if you were mixing them together. Like mix it in. Leave just the outer ring, and it's such a cool effect. Or you can mix them together beforehand on your tray or palette or whatever you're using, and then just paint it all at once. Maybe I want one more purple. Do I? All right, I'll hold on purple. I just want everything purple. But look at how cool is that. When they're dry, that's what they look like. Beautiful, huh? Okay, then let's do sap green. Where did I want that? Do it here. And here. And then the green shift is actually the pink color. So if you want the green shift, it's actually this color right here in your set. So I'm actually going to use this one over here for that. The one we just made, the mixed up. Where's the camera? Sorry. You'll be like, what? Yep, it shifts green. These are the coolest watercolors. I absolutely love them. And if you don't like the idea of having to deal with them at all, I can make them into watercolor for you. That's not a big deal. I can put them into pans. There is a charge for that because then it takes like 2 weeks to dry. So in a pan, because I layer it. And okay, this middle one, let's make it blue or cyan. Somebody's at the door. Hopefully they hear it. Yep. Pretty color. Let's do another one right here. So the one that shifts blue is pretty much the one that looks blue-green here. And you don't have to do it like this. You could wait for them to dry and put it right on top, or mix them in advance like I was saying. There is no rules. Right, let's do yellow. too much fun. All right, then for the red, I'm going to do red and pink together because red is not bright enough, I don't think, for these to go with these other colors. So I do have a red gouache neon that is fabulous mixed with red acrylic. Talk about making the perfect red color. What do I want to put here? I'm going to put let's do an orange. We got a few oranges to do. What do you think? Let's just do a couple straight pinks. We'll do them smaller though. I don't really like that small, so I'm gonna make it bigger. I think another green. What do you think? Look right here. We should go there. Purple, maybe green here. Okay, maybe blue or cyan. No, purple. I don't know, I need something right here. Probably. What do you think right here? Like yeah, purple probably, huh? We only have those two little ones. All right, let's do the purple first, which is the gray. So cool. And shall we change that to the yellow one, the other one, this one? It's cool how they kind of change different colors on different colors, right? Okay, you know, probably use that for orange too, and yellow. Okay, what I miss? Green. We gotta do green. And green is the pink. Weird, but yes. Yeah, I love it. Looks so cool. Ooh, we're down to 9 people. Okay, I'm boring everybody. Okay, so let's go back to the outfit. Though I should do, I'm going to drop these colors in real quick. Thanks, Trina. And some yellow. Okay, back over to the outfit. So for this one, I am going to grab the paint pens real quick and put in the brighter dots. Just for, so I don't have to do white, let it dry, blah, blah, you know, on and on and on, so on and so forth. Okay, so we're going to just add some pops of color in here. Oh no! All right, disaster! All right, I'll fix that in a little bit. Okay, like I was saying, we're going to put some pops of color everywhere, I guess. All over the place. So I'm just going to use them like dotting tools and like put a dot here, a dot there, a dot everywhere. Okay. Have I told you how much I like these Sharpie pens? I like them. Okay, that'll work for now. And then let's do yellow next. I don't know why I have Posca, but that works. Actually, it's not going to work. It's too thin. I'm going to use my brush and move this around a bit. Damp brush. Okay. Okay, I think that's cool. I'm just putting a few little dots back. Maybe I missed some blue on this one. On the sleeve. All right, let's do green. There's not much of it, but we're going to add more than they have. Not sure I like this green. More of this green. green. Pink, I'm adding pink because I like it. It's only in a couple spots, but we're gonna make more because I think it's pretty. It's more of a fuchsia pink color. Orange, maybe just a few reds, and then we'll be done. I don't know about this headband. It doesn't look like a headband. But whatever. Alright, good enough. Alright, let that dry. I gotta figure out how to fix my disaster over here. Oh. I'm gonna grab some bleed proof white, which is crazy white, but it's water based, so it's water reactivatable. So it kind of works for this. See if I can't delete some of this green I messed up over here. Cool thing, if this happens and it doesn't work the way you want it to, change the background, or the I guess it'd be background, to have a green tint on it, you know, so it's not so looking like it bled. I'm kind of doing it in a speckled way, pulling it out so it's not so noticeable, which I don't think it is. So hi Amy. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I left the lid off mine, and it's the craziest thing when you when it dries out, because you touch it and it just crumbles. It's like it turns into powder almost. It's crazy. But it is. It's just basically titanium white and binder, pretty much. Pretty much. All right. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to go from here. All right, we are back to the stuff I don't like. The shadows and all that. Okay, we can do it. I can do it. I got this, right? I need smoky black. Sienna. Or wait, maybe that was my smoky black. Or mix, I don't know. It was. That works. Okay. Yep, I forgot to do that little piece of the egg back there. Look at that. What color do we want this paintbrush? Let's make it, well, it's blue. I'll make it blue. Yes, we'll put green paint on there. I've got some smoky black. I'll make this have pink paint on it. That's smoky black shadow. What? Yeah, mine either. I have sparkly things are, yep. That is how all this happened. ADHD on high. Speaking of, I gotta take my other medicine. There. Done. This is smoky black. Doing a little shadow. So I'm on, I think, a whole week now of those new patch. They're called kind patches. I'm like, my family's like, is that because you're mean? So you need to wear a kind patch? They think I'm mean. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing it. Anyways, I started with the mood one. And now I'm like up to 8 different kinds. You should have patches everywhere. I'm a rainbow of patches. They do all kinds of different things, and I think they're pretty good. Even if it's placebo, I don't care. I feel better. Who cares? They say it works though, so we'll have to see on my next blood test if my if everything's, you know, normal, vitamins, whatever. Because they're all natural. I know that looks absolutely ridiculous for a minute. This glass is technically clear in the painting, but yeah, I'm not good at that. So I don't know what we're doing with it. I got shadows going every which way. My light source has no defined area. Hey, like I said, I am no pro. I'm just here painting with y'all. It's just fun, right? Let's make it iridescent. That would be fun. Good enough for now. Can't really tell what it is, but hey, ain't no thing. Okay, back to that nasty bit I love. I'll turn it this way. Get some floofy bit on the tail. Definitely a cool little brush. Thanks, Mary. Love them. I'm also going to make a shadow here under the eggs. I'm going to go ahead and put that in right now. I'll probably have to work on that a little bit because I have the decoupage paper there. Just going to show. The red and the sienna. Bop, bop. All right, we're adding the shadows. Attempting to do that. Shading. Shading. If this was acrylic, I'd be using scruffy brushes. Just kind of wherever you think a shadow would be, you know. Definitely some pen work at the end of this, but I probably won't do that live because I'm running out of time here. I can hear my husband out there. He's like, "Are you done yet? Are you done? Are you done?" No. I think I lost my foot down here. Darn it. All right. Let's see. What do I want to do? Thanks, Jen. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This is the just sienna. I'm risking a lot here, but I need to find my foot. Okay, you win. put some life in the eyes, and then we'll go dealing with everything else that I like to wait on. Okay. Yes, I'm going to use a paint pen to get the black in there. Okay, so I'm going to cover up all that. I know. I always end up doing the eyes like 14 times because I started shaking in my 40s. Now I'm in my 50s, but now I just have a mad bunny. A mad bunny with like really big tarantula mascara on. It's okay, Bun Bun. We'll put some things back. Don't worry. This is fun. Oh, I love this. Glowing. And go over the black just a bit. It gives it that like glow. Low viscosity black. helpful. The back and forth game. And she puts on her glasses. Oh, I missed it about covering up the pretty pink color in the eyes. Oh, I'm putting it. It comes and goes. It waxes and wanes. Let me show you the bun. So, I actually changed the color. Oops, sorry, from golden to a pinky color. Um, that's where that's coming from. So I'm going back and forth with it to give it that like, whatever that look is called, gradient or ombre, I guess maybe depending on what industry you work in. I'm from both, so. I got bored, my bunny. Or share, whichever one. No, it has makeup on one eye, anyways. I forgot where I was working. I'm back at the makeup stand. Ooh, that was close. It's cute. Oh my gosh, the eyes are looking so good. Except she looks mad on this side, huh? Let's see. Her her crepey wrinkle is showing. I don't know about those. Okay. Oh no. I dated myself, huh? I probably shouldn't even say her name. Sorry. Oh, nope. Had to put the glasses back on. I thought I could do it without them, but no. I usually use a pen and do this part. Well, I don't usually do that, but since I've started shaking, that's what I've been doing. We do got to do more with the eyes, but I got to let it dry a little bit. Can't even be silly woman. Cross hatching with a detail brush. Ridiculous. Okay, and grab some water. Let's see if I can blend that a little bit. All right, eyeballs. Let's see. I'm going to take the end of my brush, stick it in that low viscosity black. Okay, with the detail brush clean formed, I'm going to take some of the black from in there, just a tiny bit, and pull it kind of through a few places around the iris to make it look, you know, more eyeball like. Looking pretty cool. And then when that dries, we'll add the white details. Fun. All right, Bunny. What am I going to do with you? I still have so much to do. What do you guys think? You want to stop here or keep going? It's only 10. Jeez. Amy, I try to do Wednesday nights. I've had a really hard time recently keeping that up just because I have much going on. But usually Wednesday nights, I know it's a Tuesday tonight, but a close group, a group that we're really close with, is having a 3-day sale Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I decided to do my stuff early to give her, I don't like feeling like I, can't be there and watch her channel, or you guys can't, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want anybody to miss it or to feel bad if they missed me, which is probably what I would do. I would skip me and go shopping. I don't know about y'all, but because I like to shop. So I figured I'd just take out the stress of it, right? And grab some straight up red. It's very diluted though. I put my brush in the wrong place, but that's not bad. I like that. It's a little dark, but hey. that weird part of the bow I don't understand. But hey, I don't know. It's not my idea. I'm just painting it. Thanks, guys, for catching the questions. I'm going back and forth with my glasses, and I can barely even see the TV because I got my big daddies on, my magnifiers. So when I look up there, everything is really blurry, even after I pull them down off my face. Thanks. Oh, yeah. You know, maybe I should go work on that a little bit so you can see that. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta do a lot still here. The lettering and lots of lining and stuff. All right, so for the lettering, I seriously don't think it needs much because it's, I mean, just use the watercolor. It doesn't even need any help. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to use the 4 that we made in the beginning with the liner brush. I'm going to put a little bit of water, just a drop in each thing. I think there's enough. We don't need to make any more. Just gotta activate it. We'll use this guy to activate it. Okay. I'm going to start with this one on the S. My inner shot. Okay. I'm going to change brushes to a small. Where is it? Oops. Look at me go. I don't want to do the same color all the way across. Okay, second letter. I'm going to do this color. Shoot. Maybe not. Oh gosh, it's doing that blurry thing where it's just focusing on my hand, isn't it? All right, let me see if I can zoom in without getting my hand in the way. I don't know. And the flash is on. Shoot. I don't know if I can do it without that dang thing focusing on my hand. Sorry, I get really quiet when I'm concentrating big time. Sorry, I know you guys can't see that very well. Sorry. I know I have to go back and do the E, but I don't want to start on a small spot because my brush is loaded. Like that. It's cute. You just can't see it when it's down there. Let's see. I think I'm going to do a little splash of cyan in here. scary. You know, could just use, no, nope, no. Thanks, Glenda. Thank you. Good enough. Right, it's not exactly where I want it to stop, but I'm going to stop. What do you guys think? Crazy? Bunny eyeballs. Not too bad, huh? I need to work on the palette and some more bunny shading. Like, face is all weird, but that's that for today. I'm done. Oh, I'll probably add some highlights, or, you know, because it's bling bling on these dots up here. Kind of how we did on the egg, just a little here and there. It's, you know, recommendation on the worksheet too, so if it's on there, if you guys follow that, it's at the end. It'll remind you that I did do little things like that. Anyways, if y'all have questions, hit me up on my messenger. Best place to get a hold of me. If you leave comments or leave messages on YouTube, I just don't get the notifications like I do with Messenger. I don't know why, but anyways, a way better place to get a hold of me. And then if you guys are waiting on orders, I'm really close to being done with the few that came in over the last couple days. So tomorrow, pretty much everything should be going out except for 2 orders. I have to make a couple of colors of paint, and then I'm going to be working on putting stock back into my Etsy store and thinning it out some more as far as how many listings, but you know, just the more permanent things that are going to be in the line, I guess. So like the kits and kit colors, things that are just you know, limited edition for a season or whatever, those I'm going to keep out of the store and do them in the group and Facebook and through Messenger. The things in the store are going to be staples like acrylics. The low viscosities will be in the store. The watercolor concentrates will be in the store. If we decide to keep a few of these colors in with the glitter whips, they will be in the store. Easter grass. This one I'm just so pleased with. Butterfly fields. Oh, so gorgeous. I was going to put this all over her outfit, but oh, and I wanted to do this. Okay, I got to do one of these. Sorry. I know I said I was going, but you know me. I always got to find a reason not to. I love these things. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Why not, right? Heck yeah. Everybody's all, how do you use a glitter whip? This is how you use them, right? This is how I use them. I stick them on my finger and then put them on my art. But there is no rules to it. You can use it with a brush. You can use it with your finger. You can spread it out on a silicone mat and dip your work in it. It don't matter. Look at that, you guys. Look how beautiful those are. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm working on getting some more of these. They're always out of stock. And they're expensive, so I didn't buy like, a kilo like I do of other color when I make paint. I didn't get to get a big one. So you can see how long a glitter whip would last you, unless you do big art, like Lori, like Lolo Derda. She does humongous art. So if you do big art, I do 32-ounce glitter whips, believe it or not. You can get with me and I'll put it in a big old bag for you. A huge one. A 32-ounce, yep, pouch. Yep, I have those. So cool. I love that there's like all these different colors in here. It's like a rainbow. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know there was a red one in there. Hello, we got a red one. Too fun. Okay, now that's just too dang pretty. Look at that. See, just one little addition of things like that, and you have like bling, bling in your face. Bling, bling in your face. Okay, now I'm going. Happy Tuesday night, guys. I will see you back as soon as I can. I'll probably pop in with a few little things here and there, even during the week, just not during Heather's live time. So it might be earlier in the day. It might be a video. I may go live for a few minutes at a time or not. And if you guys want to see these, let me know and I'll show you how I did that with the watercolors. All right, guys. Good night.